real life.
Welcome to Mischief at Witchlights and Mischief Makers Podcast. I'm your host, Jarn. Joining me today is Kari, Fish, and Callum. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
Good.
Hello, I'm doing well.
Yeah.
You guys ready to make some mischief?
Always.
Absolutely.
All right. So, what do you guys remember from last time?
Jaxie
Last
saved
time.
everyone's life.
Yes,
She did.
We walked all the way to this leaning tower, and we found a cute little fairy dragon, Sir Talavar, in the fallen basket that we saw earlier. We saved him, and we brought him into this tower, but not before being beset by two large snakes,
I'm pretty sure they were huge.
which we handily took care of, might I add.
All right.
So tell of a fairy dragon with a French goatee mustache setup
Yep, that guy.
and eyebrows. He's quite the character.
Yep.
All right. That sounds right.
He
So-
is still in a cage, so we've not fully freed him yet. But he gave us some information on where to find the key.
Yep. All right. So, you've all taken your rest, and now you are ready to move on. The water has receded. As you look out, it's now
So-
the marshy.
Important question. How many days of rations were we able to harvest from the snakes?
That is a good question. They were really big creatures. Let's see here. In fact, they were huge beasts. So let's go ahead and roll. Let's see here. Say a d10. I do not accept that.
I was about to
Try
say
that
that
again.
better be number of 10 days we recovered.
Come on. Throw, darn you. Okay, there we go. 9.
So 9 days of rations for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. One of them tiny, 5 of them small.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Where do you guys want to go? What do you guys want to do? Let me put you all back on the map to hither here.
Well, I feel like we should probably find this Jingle Jangle Goblin to complete our rescue of Sir Talavir here,
Okay.
seeing as we know
Yes, that would be my,
has the
that would
key.
be my preference as well.
But the
That
question
would be my
is,
preference as well.
question is, where would we find Jingle Jangle the Goblin?
Well,
We could use bait. Got anything nice in your pocket
Well,
that
no,
jingle and jangle?
the problem is we do not know where people live. We have already felt the fact that this place gets all wibbly and wobbly. My question would be to Sir Talavir if he would know the rough direction to head. Find this goblin who holds the key to his cage.
Um, well, that's an excellent question. Let's go to the top of the tower and see if we can spot it. Moves around, you know. And not just for the normal reason.
Alright. We'll see what we can see.
Alright, we will climb the tower, I guess.
Alright, so looking out the window at the top of the tower, in the distance, you see a hill. It looks like this thing. And
Tell me.
yes, trying to remember how this all works. Oh, yep, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted.
Oh hey, that must be the hill that poor Haragon told us about.
Really, would you call a mugging brigand poor? Would you have
He's
sympathy?
mugging, he's definitely poor.
Would you have sympathy for somebody that waylays us? A basic highwayman, no skill or class.
It's just a joke.
They give rogues of all type a bad name. Quite frankly, unprofessional.
Oh, so what do you think makes a good rogue, T?
Well,
What's the most important quality a good rogue should have?
to be unassuming.
Interesting.
Was he not that? You didn't estimate much of him.
Oh no. You misunderstand. A good rogue can walk into any place and appear as though they belong.
I see.
Okay. So I'm assuming you are setting off towards Telemy Hill.
Yes, please.
That's the only landmark that we can see. Anything else? Like, house or anything? At all?
You do see a couple other things in the distance, some of it peeking just barely above the fog. You of course see this ancient road that's now gone.
Hey, Sir Talivar, was that road always broken?
No, it wasn't. Zybilna had it built to reach the Palace of the Heart's Desire. Years ago. You can kind of see it through the fog there. It's even more thick. Tragic, really.
Yeah. Always a shame when impressive infrastructure gets damaged.
Quite.
Oh no.
Don't worry, it's probably nothing bad. Just a random encounter.
Oh no.
Alright.
You rolled an unprovoked dice, so it's always panic-inducing.
Feywild can be. Alright, so as you travel towards the hill, you come across this stream. You can see it's kind of reflective.
Are we good on water? Should we grab some while we're passing by?
I think the one place we'll be good on in here is water.
Yeah. If what that Paragon says is true, then this place floods every so often.
Alright, what are the kids up to?
Good question. Relt
Are
is
you
keeping a
still
close eye
okay,
on.
Brent?
He's closely watching Jaxie and making sure she doesn't hide any more traps around whatever he's doing.
Are you still okay, Rel? Do you still have a boo-boo?
I didn't get hurt. It's just that Jaxie tricked me and trapped me. I didn't like it.
But
I mean, if you keep being upset by that, I think you're gonna be upset for a very long time, Rel.
Only if she keeps trapping me, like she said she wouldn't.
I never said I wouldn't. You asked me not to, and to only trap small reptiles, so I trapped a small reptile.
You did also trap big reptiles, and I'm happy about that, but you trapped me. They were right by my bed. I couldn't avoid them.
Sure you could. I even made them easy to see. You just...
How was that easy to see? It was... I didn't see it at all.
Rusty, you saw it, didn't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
What? It was right there on
I
the
was
floor.
busy. I was busy tucking in Mr. Scape. He needs his beauty rest.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Scape saw it.
Oh yeah, he totally did.
See, if even Mr. Scape could have seen it, you should have seen it. I didn't even
Yeah, but
hide it.
you didn't make it visible.
I mean, I put
Ooh,
it where you'd put
ooh.
your foot getting out. But that's all.
How
Yeah.
about this? Rel, what's the most comfy trap in your opinion? That way, for you, Jaxie can always build that trap for you.
What? But, like, none of them are the most comfy. And especially not that one. That one had me suspended by my ankle.
I guess
Well, yeah, that's
that
why we're
one.
asking for the most comfy trap
But.
that that you would prefer to be trapped by.
I think he said there's gonna be no trap. Well, look on the bright side. You didn't fall downstairs.
Was that an option?
I was gonna trap the
I don't think
staircase, but I
so.
ran out of trapping things.
Well, I suppose that is a bright side.
Okay. I'll make a deal and a promise.
Yeah?
I will not deliberately trap you until we get back home.
Really? Okay, yes, please. What's the catch?
I will trap you when
I
we
think the
get back
catch is
home.
I'm gonna be trapped instead.
I mean, like, I'm only promising until we get back home.
Yeah, but that's better than not at all promising.
I guess. And no catch. You seem really upset, and I feel bad about making you upset, so no more traps till we get back home.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I roll insight or something here?
Yeah, you can roll insight. I mean, it will certainly have to be Jaxie that you know tells you whether or
Yep.
not you can tell she's lying or if she's lying.
That's completely fair.
Jaxie is
That
telling
is
the
going to be a
truth.
16. Wow. Relt seems stunned.
No promises on accidentals, okay? I'm not gonna trap you on purpose. Like with those big snakes, if I didn't plant that trap for the big snakes, we all would have been eaten.
Well, yeah, but the big snakes weren't right by my bed.
No. But,
Okay.
say for example I lay a trap like that in a doorway for anything that could come and eat us. You can't complain if you're blind and step in a trap. Okay.
Okay, I suppose. Yeah.
I'm just not going to deliberately trap you.
Okay. That's
I know.
Thank you.
You need a Mischief of your own. And Bessie will pick up a rock and draw on it with some of Joker's ink. Here you go. This is Mr. Ignis. You can throw him out wherever you think there's a trap.
Doesn't that mean fire?
Thank you.
Huh? I don't know. Mr. Skate came up with that name. But look how black and shiny he is.
Yeah, he is shiny. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you can see wherever you throw him.
It is a swamp.
Yeah.
It's more likely to be sedimentary rock than igneous, but whatever.
I think that's the joke.
But river rocks are also very smooth and polished because of
That
the
is true.
running water.
Relt, as you take the, you are taking the rock, right?
Yes, definitely.
As you pick it up, you see two little claws extend out and sort of wave at you. Turns out it's a little crab.
Oh. Relt waves back. Hi, Mr. Ignis.
Wow.
Snapping its claws
Mr. Skate
and-
was right. Everything just evolves into crabs, huh?
Alright, well, if you add a crab to your inventory, you can. It's just a crab, though. It's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I will add a crab to Relt's
It's
inventory.
just a tiny mud crab.
Yep. Maybe one day it'll grow big and give some Dragonborn some issues, but
Fortunately, we don't have any Dragonborn in the party.
yep. Alright. Alright, so let's see here. Why do they set up the chapter like this? Okay. So, you arrive at a hill. It seems rather sudden, like the ground doesn't quite make sense. It's like waterlogged and then suddenly it's all kind of dry, almost like it wasn't in the water or something.
Parser sort of leans down to get a better look at it. So he's like probing at it, testing the ground, seeing how level it is compared to the surrounding area.
Well, it is a hill, so it's
I barely missed that.
yes, it's telling me hill. I didn't really say that.
I missed that we had gotten there.
Okay.
Well, this looks like the place.
You are greeted by the scent of sweet-smelling fruit. Damp, downy silver-green moss blankets a gentle upward slope before giving way to a craggy ridge that marks the top of the hill. Dozens of enormous willow trees dot the hillside, swaying as though a breeze despite the absence of one.
Is the environment on the hill vastly different than the environment on the marsh? Like it's a sudden change?
Well, it seems to be a lot drier, more firm.
That's weird.
There's also a trail that leads up the hill that doesn't seem to connect to much else.
Yes, very strange.
Though, to be fair, building a road through a swamp, unless it's one of those big ones like Queen's Way there, probably would be fairly difficult.
Can I examine the ground where the road would connect? To see if there is anything that's been, like, buried or otherwise disguised by the tide?
Sure. Go ahead and roll nature.
Nature. Oh, not 20.
That'll do it.
So 19 over.
You don't. It looks like it's natural, but then so does the ground right next to it, but there's like a clear delineation there. Like,
This doesn't quite seem to fit together. It's as though it wasn't always the same.
The division is too perfect.
It is, yes.
It looks like somebody placed it there. But
Sir Talavar, what kind of place is Telling Hell?
oh, why, telling me who is ancient. It's a sentient hill. It travels on its own.
I'm sorry, it's a sentient what?
A sentient hill.
It travels?
Yes.
It moves?
Yes.
How does it move?
Well,
Does it mind us being on it?
well, it doesn't mind the trees, and I don't think it minds people so long as they're respectful. As you look around, you see a few of the birch trees approaching you. And yes, I mean approaching you. You're kind of
Is
this
it part of the hill?
creaking noise.
Arthur puts himself between the kobolds and the approaching trees.
They stop about 10 feet away. One of them sort of inclines at the top and says to you, "Welcome to Telling Hill."
Thank you.
How long are you planning on being here?
we
Not
are unsure.
terribly long.
I see, I see. Well, you seem like a friendly bunch in comparison to the brigands that have been here of late.
Brigands?
Yes, the brigands, the rabbit folk. No offense to you, ma'am.
Oh, no, none taken. What was...
Yes, we did encounter some of them.
We did encounter some. A group wanting people's emotions.
That's memories.
Those ones?
Or experiences.
I see, I see. So you came across Longscarf's crew, eh?
Oh. Do there happen to be other crews settling near here?
A fair few. A fair few. There's, of course, Agdon Longscarf's Harangon brigands. There's the Bullywugs of Downfall.
Okay.
And a few other people who just managed to be in here.
Just a few others. Got it.
Yes.
Does Jingle Jangle ring a bell?
Ah, Jingle Jangle, yes. Friendly little girl. Loves keys.
Friendly? Huh.
Yes. Speaking of brigands, she actually was attacked and robbed by some. She hasn't left the hilltops since returning. Probably getting kind of hungry, come to think of it. You mortals just can't digest ground like we can.
I have heard of a few that are capable, though I believe their peoples no longer exist. I'm unsure. I remember a couple
Yes,
of them.
yes.
It doesn't matter.
You trees just can't digest eldritch energy like the rest of us can.
No, I suppose not. Come. Let me take you to Jingle Jangle.
Also, you may be relieved. And we are back. Okay, no idea what happened there. My computer hard crashed. Oh, actually, one moment. Okay, we are back. Forgot to disable my VPN on resetting the computer. Can't stream through the VPN, which doesn't like it. Okay, we are back, people. Sorry about that. No idea what the hell happened. I didn't even get a crash log or blue screen or anything. It was just off.
Yeah, that's weird.
Alright,
Whoops.
I will debug that later. But we are back up and live, so...
Okay.
Anyway, I was saying to the... they are trans, yes?
They are trees, yes.
Okay, I was saying to the trees that... Well, it was, Long Scarf, you said, their crew?
Yes.
There would be... What was it, 7 Harangon?
Oh, that's just a small patrol.
It's a small patrol.
They're
How
asking
many are
for
there?
Emotions. Plenty.
Well, one of their patrols is short a few people. We took exception to their demands.
Well, that was self-defense. Didn't used to be this way.
Yes, we've heard tell that there's been some restructuring of management, shall we say?
Yes. Yes, sounds like you ran afoul of Jebek. Or she ran afoul of you. Alright. So it sounds like you are wanting to meet with
Yes.
Jingle Jangle.
Yes, that would be... Well... I point to Talivar. We find ourselves in need of a key.
Well, she certainly has keys to spare. Come, now, follow me. And children, if you're getting tired, you may climb on my branches. Do be careful not to break them, though.
Oh.
Okay. Rilt is immediately going for the highest branch.
I've never had a tree ask me to climb it before.
Careful, Belle. The highest branches are the newest, so they're not as strong.
That is
But they're
true.
also the highest.
I guess I can't argue with that. Will you be okay?
You don't have wings right
Um.
now, you silly.
I've got my thing that can give me them.
Yeah, but can you do that before you hit the
Ah.
ground?
Yes. He's
And
very confident about this. He's not actually tested it.
Jaxie will only climb to a comfortable crook.
You can just kind of picture her just like curling up and falling asleep within seconds or something. Alright. That's entirely up to you, of course.
Now, the swaying of the tree immediately puts her to sleep.
Alright. Worn stone steps lead down into what feels like a cellar. It's chilly in here, and you detect a subtle scent of iron in the air. From a distant spot within the chamber, sputtering candles illuminate a multitude of keys dangling from taut strings that crisscross the walls. Hundreds of other keys lie strewn across the dirt floor. As you take in the scene, you hear the sound of keys jangling as a goblin emerges from the dimness. She wears a coat lined with metal keys and carries a flail that has padlocks for heads. She manages a faint smile and says, "How might Jingle Jangle unlock a bit of happiness in your lives today?"
Did you find a key near Slanty Tower? One that might go into this cage here?
Well, let's see here. Silver bird cage. Now let me look around here. And she starts rooting through the keys on the floor. Apologies, I'm not quite myself. I haven't left my cave in a few days. Yeah, I fell foul of some of those brigands, you know. Beat me black and blue.
Oh dear.
Or maybe it's
Yes,
black and
we-
yellow. Black and... Sorry, you were saying?
We met some of the same. They are quite a bunch.
Well, you look better than Jingle Jangle is.
Let us just say that we are competent at proactive self-defense.
I shouldn't wonder.
Would you like some help on the search?
Yes, I wouldn't mind. Jingle Jangle wouldn't mind.
Okay.
I guess we'll help search now that we have permission.
Perception or
Okay.
investigation?
I'll take either.
Okay, what's better? One. Plus, I'll take my +2 option.
Are we rolling that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say odds are one of us find it.
And I'm actually trying to see if I've got music for this. I really should check these things out beforehand. Ah, here we are. Okay. Yep, so, you do some rooting around in the keys with Jingle Jangle, and, you do manage to pull up a few keys that are silver in color. Some of them don't really quite seem right. One of them's too big. One of them is absolutely tiny. It looks like it could fit a music box, in fact. But, T, you find the key that unlocks the cage.
Uh-huh. I believe I have found our goal.
Ah, well done, T.
Now, so Talivar,
Yes.
I present you, and she slides the key into the lock, with your freedom, and turns it.
He gives a noble bow as the door opens. Thank you, my good lady.
You are quite welcome.
I have but this on my person as thanks. And he draws his sword and presents it to you in both hands. It looks like you probably could use it as a dagger.
Are you sure? Don't you need it? Isn't this your precious weapon?
I have other ways of protecting myself. Doesn't always
But not
work, but you know.
Not to protect yourself from being caged, apparently.
Can you not
Well-
right now, parser?
Well, that is a mighty fine sword.
It's a great sword, T.
I would say that is several leagues smaller than a great sword.
You don't like wielding great swords anyway.
No. That is why I said it is a mighty fine sword. I personally find myself with a fair complement of armament.
It isn't something that I often use myself.
Well, damn, guys, if you're not gonna appreciate it, then give it to me.
It is not that we do not
There.
appreciate the offer.
Well. You are too noble to accept the gift. You do it for your own, for the good of my own good. I can appreciate
Me,
that.
I accept the gift. Give it to me.
Apparently, Joker is enough of a... How to put this politely?
You allow me to thank you. Of course. And he's going to hand you his sword.
Oh, it's my honor to be thanked. Thank you so much. I'll treasure this sword forever.
Okay.
Well then, how about this? So Televar, in payment for your information, he hands him one of her daggers. A less fine sword, but one that will maintain your armament.
This shall work for me. Thank you, my lady.
You're very welcome. And she looks at Joker like, you owe me a dagger.
I assure you all, your valor will not be forgotten.
Where will you go now, Sir Talavar?
I must return to the Summer Queen's court.
Well, what about your mission here?
My mission was to contact Zabula. That has proven impossible.
I see. Well, we wish you safe travel.
Indeed.
How will you be? How will you be traveling?
Well, I'll have to see if I can fly.
In that case, I wish you well.
Unless Ptolemy Hill can take me there itself. Either way.
You see a flash of memory cross Ying's faces. She just seems to go distant for a bit. And then I'm assuming none of you speak Sylvan?
I don't, but I think my familiar does. It does, yes. Because it's a sprite.
Okay. And then in a rather childish form of Sylvan, she says, "May your travels be well and your fare be better. Maybe if we do not see you again, may this have been a goodbye, but not forever."
He nods. May your paths run straight and true. Replies in Sylvan again. And he's going to fly off.
It was lovely to meet you, Sir Televar. And we're glad that we could have helped.
Oh, it's... I don't think I quite got that grammatically correct. Oh well.
Would you care to share a meal with Jingle Jangle?
Certainly. I
Oh,
heard from
Is
the
there
trees
anything we
that
can do
you...
to repay you for your help, Jingle Jangle?
oh, Jingle Jangle does not require anything, but you are travelers, and and the law of hospitality still holds sway here. I will offer you what I can, but I know that Jingle Jangle does not have much. Jingle Jangle has not had much time to go out and gather things.
Well then, Jingle Jangle, we were beset by a pair of snakes over in the Slanty Tower. Quite a large pair indeed. Both have been slain and we were able to harvest some of one.
My. That is quite the story.
They will keep for a day or more before they break down. If you find yourself able to head that way. Otherwise, we are more than well happy to supplement your own stores for a meal.
Jingle Jangle would appreciate that. They stole Jingle Jangle's truffles, you know. Snake meat will serve. Jingle Jangle thanks you.
Jingle Jangle is quite welcome. In fact, a good meal in pleasant company. I think that's something we've all been needing.
The pleasant company, certainly.
Well, Most of
Was
us have
Sir
been eating
Talavar
a good
not
meal.
pleasant company?
Ah, but his company
I
was
didn't say
broken up
that.
by danger, was it not?
Well, things used to be better here, you know. Before, well, before Balvorna
Anyway,
and for the Hourglass Coven
does that
took
mean you
over.
don't have any truffles right now?
They stole Jingle Jangle's truffles.
Mm-hmm.
Jingle Jangle.
Who were they?
Well, Jingle Jangle was digging for truffles in the swamp when a bunch of herringons leapt out from behind the reeds and shrubbery. They took Jingle Jangle's truffles and threw Jingle Jangle down in the mud and whacked Jingle Jangle with their wooden clubs. It hurt.
Yes, I can imagine. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Herringons. Yeah, they're led by Agdon Longscarf. If you ever see him, he wears a big blue scarf and he moves real fast. Lives over by the tollway.
Huh? The tollway?
Yeah, the tollway. It's a big series of wooden catwalks that go round a big tree trunk. And they camp on top of it and they can see everything.
You can see everything from there, huh?
Well, everything not covered by the fog. But they can see further than, down here on the ground. A lot further than little Jingle Jangle.
Interesting.
Yes, we are familiar with the being, well, quite frankly, most people are oversized.
Aren't they?
It is a pointless waste of clothing for most. Like,
It's okay for her, sir. I don't think she means you.
I'm glad. I was trying to consider the best way to respond to that.
that is why I said for most. Not
Yeah.
everyone can get away with running around with their componentry exposed.
You make it sound so scandalous.
Anyways, where is the Brigand's tollway, anyways? From here, that is.
Are you thinking of paying them a visit?
Yes, we could do.
Might as well. It's the best way to get to Balvorna Bite Claw.
Oh, well, that. We've heard some big things about her. Maybe we're not gonna go that far.
Well. Well, if you want to take him on, look for the gigantic stump.
The gigantic. I believe we saw
Gigantic
that.
tree stump.
I believe we saw that from the tower.
Yeah, it's got all sorts of wooden catwalks that float and keep it in place. It's right close to Balvorna's place. Should be
Now,
careful of Balvorna.
Are they the only ones that inhabit the Brigand's tollway? Or are there more factions there?
It's their headquarters. They control it. Anyone wants to reach Downfall, you have to go through there.
Downfall?
Oh, sorry. That's where Balvorna lives.
Ah, right.
Big place, full of bullywugs and, well, all sorts of whatever Balvorna has cooked up. Yeah. If you really want to know more about her and, everything, you should see if, oh, what was his name? Uh, d- 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 Oh, right. Clapperclaw. He's a scarecrow. Normally he's around Downfall,
Clapper?
but... Yep, Clapperclaw. He can take you all around here and even into Thither if you really wanted to. Here, that's the place too. Ruled by Granny Nightshade.
A name like that fills me with concern. In a place like this.
Is there anything we have to do to convince him to guide us around? Any payment he takes or whatever?
I mean, he is a scarecrow, and there's not a lot that can be, done with him, so... Probably needs about as much food as your metal friend there.
Yes, that makes sense.
But even our metal friend wants things. Doesn't did he want things too?
Wants, desires, needs.
See Jingle Jangle just sort of gesture around the room. Keys.
Keys indeed. I think I may as Teen roots around in the bottom of her bag. I do.
You have a key?
I have no idea what this goes to.
You see Jingle Jangle's face light up. Thank you.
This key
You have
is
made
this key is a mystery.
All keys are mysteries. Until they are solved.
But this one I do not even remember what it goes to.
But it's yours. Don't you think it just goes to something that belongs to you?
Joker, do you see the amount of rust and tarnish on this key?
I mean, you can probably still try to open something like that.
I find myself rarely requiring keys these days.
Okay.
Yes. If you really want to fix things, you might want to... No, that's too much to hope for.
What is it?
Well, see... the reason Agdon gets to do what he does is because Balvorna allows it.
Oh, great.
And
Criminals who get blessings of the higher power here.
yes.
What a
And
great
the only reason
stone.
she does what she wants is because Zybilna's doing weird things. Or not doing anything. When she was in charge, he would never have done this.
What is it that stops them specifically? Or doesn't stop them specifically, rather?
I don't know. No one knows what happened to Zybilna.
In summaries, Sibylna could put this back to the way it was, but as the situation stands, White Claw is endorsing this criminal. This criminal does what he wants and protects where White Claw lives, right?
Well, there are still a few rules, even she has to follow. Like, I don't think... Well, her rule for, her rule about not hurting children still is enforced. Saw a couple brigands try once with one of the kids that was brought here. Kid just vanished.
Hmm.
What kid was that? Can you describe them?
It was an elf kid. While ago.
Does that match the description of the kid that we were looking for?
You're looking for a displacer kit.
That's right, yes. Never mind.
Yeah. Something tells me that displacer beasts and elves look slightly different.
Yeah, you might have to do a bit of a perception check, but I think you could manage in the end.
Mm-hmm. So a disappearance of people. Which seems to be a
Yes,
common theme
but-
of late.
It does. What are the odds that they will all just turn up together?
Jingle Jangle does not know.
I
Jingle
believe
Jangle isn't
Parcel-
great at math.
I believe Parcel was more asking that to the greater entities at large around the multiverse.
Oh,
And
Okay.
tempting a bit of fate, I do believe.
Perhaps a little.
Yes. Let's attempt to not
Come
bring a
on,
jinx down
what's
upon
wrong
us.
with a little rhetorical question every now and then?
We are in a place where questions like that are not necessarily healthy for us. Where questions like that are often answered, and not by beings, entities, or existences that we want them to be.
If you say so. I think an answer would be not unhelpful, but okay. I apologize and I fully retract my question.
It's too late. You've aired the question already. Yes, that is a concern. If
So-
and you said it was an elf child that disappeared.
yes.
Do you know the circumstances around the disappearance?
Mean old brigand was trying to hurt her. Like, he had her upside down, held by the foot, and gonna shake her. kid looked real scared. Almost looked like the magic rescued her.
Now that is important information.
Better for her to end up there than in Downfall. Though Jingle Jangle hasn't gone there, Jingle Jangle hears things.
Downfall?
Yeah, where the Bana Blight Claw lives.
Oh yes, that's... There's been a lot of names and words and places said in the last day.
Jingle Jangle understands. New places are difficult.
Yes, they are. And especially when none of us have
Have ever
been
been
here
here.
before. So every place is a new place here. Every person is a new face. I believe we shall leave you to your collection of keys. Once the
Now,
meal is
you see,
finished.
Jingle Jangle nods.
We would
Jingle
not-
Jangle appreciates the visit.
would not want to overstay our welcome after all.
Yes, we
Jingle jangle
certainly
nods.
appreciate the help.
Oh, Jingle Jangle. There is one thing you may be able to help us with.
She tilts her head.
While we do have some snake meat, we are not necessarily familiar with the edible plant life around. Is there anything you would tell us to stay away from?
Well, just a lot of the usual things. Yeah, you may be able to find some truffles underground. Jingle Jangle likes truffles. But stay away from mushrooms. Some give you bad tummy aches. Some are Feywild. And some are poisonous.
Stay away from the mushrooms, but truffles are okay. Okay?
That sounds a difficult distinction, but I'm not overly familiar with fungal matter either way, so it's
Well, that's simple,
Nothing to
Parser.
me.
You have to dig for truffles. Whereas mushrooms, you pull off the surface.
I suppose so.
Alright. So you finish your meal with Jingle Jangle. Sounds like you all want to go visit a certain Herringon.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm not sure if saying visit is the right way to put it.
It's a light way to put it.
And yes, very much vengeance for Jingle Jangle.
Vengeance for Jingle Jangle. Strike down the foul and...
Alright, let's see what happens here. Where did that... Ah, there we go.
Oh no.
Okay. It's actually quite fitting considering everything.
Considering the
So-
artwork.
Yep. So, as you travel, you hear the gush of water in the distance. It doesn't, the water doesn't seem to be rising just yet. You see what looks like a gigantic well. It's about 10 feet tall. And a big geyser of water shoots out from it. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Oh wait, no, sorry. What's your passive perception? For my
12.
sake.
14.
Passive perception.
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
14.
So, Parser, you see being driven up by the water, some things bobbing around at the top of the geyser.
In that case, I'll be sending Oxy up to go and have a look at it.
Does Oxy have true sight?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. Alright, they seem to be kind of floating. What do the kids make of this? Just a bunch of, little trinkets and odds and ends and stuff.
It's bits and bobs and oddities and trinkets and
It's not trap
Thingamabob,
materials. It's not trap materials. It's not.
think. Oh, everything about can become a trap. You just have to think about it harder.
Archer has Oxy try and pick up some of it.
Okay, give me a moment. Oh, good. I was smart and put that in a different tab. Okay, give me a moment. Let me see if I can get some artwork here. Oh. You see these little balls of light pop up and begin hovering around. Well, okay. So you're gonna have Oxy take something?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let's see what you get.
A 55.
Oh. Not particularly useful for someone who doesn't sleep, but it comes down with an intricate mask. It's looks like a Venetian mask.
Okay.
That is quite the stylish find.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you like masks, Carcer?
They are not something I've ever really needed to wear. Does anything happen with the water when we pull things out of it?
Give me a bit of a moment. Oh, okay, that's actually... you see you see about 4 will-o'-the-wisps. They look something like that.
Okay.
They appear, and you hear this word repeated over and over again. Thief! Thief! Another one saying, give it back! Third one, you have no honor.
Parser is more than willing to give it back. He has no use for a sleeping mask.
Okay. You can almost see this huffing, almost this when you take it back and go to that kind of grumpy type thing, you know?
Oh,
I can't quite think of how to describe that right now.
they harumph.
Yes, thank you. And
Jeez.
they go back to more or less playing in the geyser.
Huh. What was their problem?
Well, I dare say.
Don't worry about it, Parser. You didn't want that mask anyways.
It's gonna roll a few more of these. Technically, there's about 4 of them, so. Roll 3 more. Don't
Oh, no.
mind me.
So many D100s.
Yeah, you see, Jaxie, you see a little pan flute, a tiny barbel, and coincidentally, there's a sheet of music too.
That's a trap material.
Yeah, probably weighs about a quarter pound, if that.
It can be used as a counterweight for trapping very small things.
All right, so it sounds like Jaxie wants some of these things.
Jaxie, no, it's not safe.
But, why? I'm gonna
All right, so how it-
ask.
Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Little child, what do you want?
Would it be okay if I had something?
These are ours.
How about a trade?
Oh, and what have you to trade, little one?
I have, a few things.
Oh,
I have some pixie dust.
is that actually something? Hmm. Hmm. Acceptable.
Can I please have that heavy thing?
In exchange for the pixie dust.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. The deal has been made. And you see the pixie dust rise out of your bag, and the little tiny barbel fly into it. I'm assuming you have a bag, anyways. I don't know.
She has a tiny
Somehow.
pouch that she keeps a couple of things in.
And plushy spiders.
And her plushy spiders.
What are you planning to do with that?
She told them to make traps with.
Yeah, but
Not
I don't
traps for
trust you not
you.
to have a
Don't
specific.
worry about it. She promised.
It's like the perfect shape and size for a rat trap. Or a mouse trap.
Oh no,
Okay.
Jexy, you're confused. We're gonna hunt rabbits soon. I know there's similar sizes, but you should get them tailored to rabbits.
No, not again. Never again. No, 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 no. No,
That's why you have to make traps for them,
no,
so they can't get near you anymore.
no. Too scary. Yay, I have a thing.
Alright, anything else you want to do while you are here?
By the geyser?
Oh. Well, it looks like unless somebody has something to trade for an item, then we'd best just move on.
Yeah.
Parser will give an item without expecting anything back. He is going to give a. He's going to give his water skin across.
Okay, well, I suppose he doesn't have any use for that, so. Your water
Just
skin.
water fast.
Your water skin splashes into it and rises up at the top.
In apology for taking from you a moment ago.
Apology accepted. And we still got about a half hour left, so. Okay. So, a foggy marsh stretches out before you. Rickety causeways made of wooden planks form a wide web-like structure above the bog. 300 feet away, many of these causeways converge into an enormous, ivy-covered tree stump that rises a good 10 feet above the 20-foot-high fog bank that enshrouds it. It make that look so much bigger.
So, what's the plan, guys? Last time we met their gang, we were being robbed. And that was just a small group.
I believe we
This
have
is
two
their
choices.
headquarters.
I believe we have two
What
choices.
options do you see?
Silent and sneaky, or audacious.
I am not as sneaky as you, but we can certainly try it. What are you seeing as the audacious option?
Loud. And
Jaxie,
with
this isn't suggestions.
loud and with a declared intent on what we intend to do.
We can certainly do loud and fully declaring ourselves.
And by sneaky, I don't necessarily mean sneaking around, but doing our best at trickery and making them believe that we belong here. As it turns out, we happen to have 3 children. that we could claim to be prisoner, and we could claim to be part of their group. I do not think it is a good idea. But that
I don't
is-
think it's a good idea either. Proclaim ourselves as part of their group. They seem pretty exclusive.
They seem exclusive to Harringons, of which Miss T, you could certainly claim to be one of.
What are we supposed to do then?
mercenaries.
We could be captured or duped into working under her. It certainly is a bold strategy. It has a lot of ways to go wrong, but
You know,
it does have
there's a
merit.
there's a reason why it's called the Bandit's Tollway. I'm pretty sure you could just pay the toll and, get to Downfall if you really wanted to.
Oh, I have an idea. We could.
What's the idea?
All of the walkways appear to be able to be passed under, do they not?
Yeah, but the point of walkways is that they go over dangerous terrain.
Yeah,
So-
that is a good point. There's a lot of unsafe areas in Brigand's Tollway.
I did not equate to my head. There was the third option, the very dangerous option, and that is go under the road.
Parser, you notice there's someone else in the group. They've actually been speaking. They are hooded and cloaked.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
He casts aside the cloak, and T, you see a familiar blue scarf.
That's
You hear the
That's-
song of a bagpipe, you recognize it as the song the Harangon Brigands were singing earlier. He grins and takes off running, jumping from plank to plank.
Should we be worried about that, T? Hello?
That's
T?
Parser,
T?
Parser's going to have. Sorry. Parser's going to have Oxy land on T and use its heart sight ability, so I get insight into their current emotional state. Like, is T afraid? Is she worried? Is she excited? What emotion is T feeling? If you don't mind me using that.
yes. What emotion is he feeling?
You recognize the face. That was your father.
Exactly. That's So the emotions that T is feeling are shock, elation, confusion, betrayal.
That is a confusing disarray of contradicting emotions. Tia, are you quite alright?
That's that's Dad?
Oh, that wouldn't have been my guess.
No, nor mine. Should we chase? What do you want to do?
He is kind of frozen.
Well, he's well a ways away already. I guess sneaking past isn't an option anymore.
And she kind of robotically walks towards one of the pathways, and if nobody stops her, she is going to head directly into the center of the tollway.
Whoa,
yeah.
hey, stop there. T, what are you doing?
You'll have
What
to.
about our plan?
She's not listening. If you want to stop her, you're gonna have to make a contested strength
Okay.
check or
God damn, I
contested
suck at
dexterity
this.
check.
Parser is
Oh,
fully on board with just going in beside T.
I'm jumping in front of her. Wait, stop.
She's going to just move around you and keep going, and
Oh,
because she's going
then
to,
I'll do it.
because she has a +4 to start with.
Well, we tie, so nothing changes in a contest tie.
I thought it went to the one who was doing the contesting.
Yeah, I think in this case, Kari, what do you think should happen here? I'm gonna toss this back to you.
If Joker continues to get in her way, she will draw a blade.
Okay.
Okay. Stop. No, we're not going any further unless you tell us what we're doing.
Move out of my way.
What are we doing? We're not gonna walk in there without a plan. You
What?
know someone in there, and they recognized you in turn. That's a secret that you're hiding from us.
Not a secret. A surprise? My father. I've been looking for so long.
Yeah, well, now it seems like he's the captain of a bunch of bandits. Pretty sure
Then
they said that their captain wore a long blue scarf. And looks like
then
a long blue scarf to me.
we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
I don't know if I trust a family reunion to make this all better.
Sure, why
Yes,
not?
it does sound quite dubious.
Sure we can.
That's a lot more optimistic than you usually are, T.
Joker, Parser, give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
11.
My turn for a 5.
Everyone rolled a 5 today. You get a 5. You get a 5. Everyone gets a 5.
It's more impressive
Okay.
that we all got them in a row.
Yes, that's yes. Joker. Something. Your pouch feels lighter.
Oh no. I was robbed when I was trying to stop T. What's
You
missing?
hear a laugh as you see the blue scarfed Harangon standing a distance away, holding up your item. Thanks.
What item did he take?
Let me
I don't have a lot
check your.
here.
Let's see here. Let me check your inventory here. Come on. Yes, I know. Okay. You took your playing card set.
See, does that look like the actions of a man that will just let us walk through?
Oh no, this guy is provoking you.
I know, but I'm saying this to T.
Teams have been rebalanced.
That is vague. Give me one reason why we think that just asking your dad to let us through will work.
Yes.
Someone you haven't seen in apparently years, and who's right now just taunting us.
You all couldn't catch me if you tried.
Yeah. Stay out of this.
Should we chase, or what is the plan, T? I'll take your lead on this.
I just want us to agree on something. And right now I don't agree with just talking to this wild highwayman.
You can try to catch him, by the way.
Fine, we'll try. What is it? Are we gonna talk to him or catch him?
How far away is he?
He's kind of darting around.
Well, do you want to just walk in now? Or are we gonna give chase? I need us all to be on the same page here.
I say give chase.
No. Don't play
I want to
the
give
game.
chase too.
Don't play the game.
No? It's your relation. I'll
Don't play the
follow your
game.
lead, T. If you don't want us to chase, then we won't chase.
If someone plays the game, change the rules and play a different game. I won't chase him. I will find his house, and I will sit at his table, and I will wait for him. Yes. That is my course of action. And if he
Okay.
does not stop running, I will burn his house down so he has nowhere to stay.
Oh, now that's the tea that I know. I'm backing up this plan.
In that case,
How about
we
you,
will agree.
Parser?
And if
Yes,
any
fully agree.
minion gets in my way, their blood will fall on the ground.
T, go ahead and give
That's the
me an
tea.
Give me a what?
athletics check as he darts by, long scarf
Athletics.
blowing in the wind.
Okay, well, nobody's proficient in that.
Okay. What was that? Okay. So you make a swipe as he darts by. And your fingers brush against the scarf. You can feel a tingle of electricity, but you aren't able to catch it. Your pouch feels a little lighter.
I see.
And you have lost. Let's see here. Let's see here. You're wearing your leather armor, so can't take that very well. You took your other dagger.
I already gave my other dagger to.
Okay,
to
right.
I just hadn't removed it off my inventory yet.
Okay. You see. Okay then. You see him holding up some lockpicks. Ah, now these will come in handy.
You didn't have them before?
Well, of course I do. You can't have enough.
Is he? How close is he standing?
He's about 20 feet away.
Wow, he is really close.
All right. What do you want to do?
We're gonna go with T's plan. We're just gonna go inside and wait in his office.
I'm functionally going to ignore him. His nose up, look away from him, and head towards the stump.
Parser's trying to keep an eye on him, but is following T.
And I'll follow behind.
Those immediately around T can see that she's gone from a tumultuous confusion of emotions to seething fury.
Okay.
Let's head inside.
All right. So, let's see here. You approach the stump. It's a huge stump, and it's about 30 feet up. You see wooden ladders leading up there.
I'll send Oxy like flying invisibly into the air just to scout and see if there's anything at the top
Okay.
that we can see
You
from here.
see, Oxy sees about a dozen patchwork tents and a carved wooden throne. You see all sorts of just worthless items.
No people or anything of that nature?
There's, let's see here. Gotta roll a couple things here. There's about 5 people there.
Hmm.
Then I relay this to the group.
Pretty
There
small.
are
That's about the same size as the group that attacked us.
It is, yes.
That's
There
fine.
may be more that I'm not seeing, but
6 if we're gonna count your father coming in if we murdered them.
What did you say was there, Parser? A throne?
and a bunch of miscellaneous items.
Well,
You say miscellaneous. What do you mean by miscellaneous?
What do I mean by miscellaneous? John?
Just a few trinkets, you know, just some random things.
Trinkets? Are they actually thieves or are they just stealing for the fun of it?
There's a difference.
So Parser is continuing to be really quite non-specific in what these things are.
Okay, would you like some specifics?
Yes.
No, I was just checking if they were valuable things they were stealing or not.
All right, we'll go like 5 different things. There's a lot more than 5, but I think that's 5 anyways. That'll work. Okay, so the first thing you see is an 8-inch long glass ant figurine. Why on earth someone would want that? I don't know. Why on earth someone would make that? Again, I don't know.
Okay, so the first thing I identified seems to be some sort of tiny sculpture.
Okay.
It was a ant made of glass, if that means anything to you.
It doesn't.
Okay, so it's various small things of that sort of nature.
sounds like the kinds of things that people would hold some sentimental value for. As she
Yeah,
starts climbing
and
the
only
ladder.
sentimental value. Wow, is there only one ladder up there?
There's more than one ladder up there.
Okay, ready to approach?
Oh yes, I am approaching.
Yes, agreed. Who should go first?
Oh, I'm going first. That's not even a question.
Okay. What are we doing with the kobolds?
Find somewhere
Shall we
safe
just
to
have them
stash
hide at the
them.
base here? Good idea.
The kids are usually pretty good at finding spots to hide. So. Alright. Just going to. Yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm gonna take you back to the tower, considering that's right now the best battle map I've got. This circle is going to represent the width of, or the, gonna represent how big the stump is.
Okay.
And I'm going to put you all over here. And let's see here.
And I'll have Oxy over here. And I did say they were invisible, so they can do that.
Oh. I appear to have forgotten to make these. Okay. Alright. Sorry, give me. You know what? I
Very
don't
true.
necessarily need to. Okay. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna put that guy there. That guy there. I'll put that guy there. Okay. And on that note, okay. On that note, I think we better end. We'll get to what happens next time. I know it might be a little early, but I don't want to start
Sounds good.
combat. Don't want to start combat, right at the end of the stream. So,
That makes sense.
Agreed.
all right. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you all had fun.
It was
I
a
did, it was
pleasure.
great.
The
All right, and I'll
emotional
see you all
roller
next
coaster was a
week.
surprise.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not, that was actually planned when you decided to play Aragon and a rogue.
Amazing.
And having my father having disappeared into the Feywild at some stage, unknowing where he'd gone. Yes, that is in my background, people.
I can't believe it.
Yes.
Yep.
It was just too perfect. I couldn't resist.
It was amazing.
Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.